Alright guys, just San here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And in today's video, we're going to be checking out the Dokkan Fest Super Vegeta. Because I did do a poll asking who you guys wanted to see in the next showcase, and Super Vegeta did win. But I got a lot of comments talking about how you guys still wanted to see an LR Janemba showcase, so don't worry, that is on the way as well. But because Super Vegeta won, I do want to get a showcase in on him first. And he's still alright. His damage can look really impressive because he has guaranteed crits. But, I don't know, defensively, he's just not really there. He's going to take a lot of damage in a lot of events. But maybe in a place like Super Battle Road, this guy can work pretty well because he has a guaranteed stun along with his guaranteed crit. So that definitely will work very well. But overall, he's just going to take too much damage. But anyway, before we get into the video, if you find yourself enjoying it at any point, feel free to like and subscribe. Also, keep in mind there are timestamps in the video, so if you want to skip around any part, then absolutely feel free to do that. And yeah, let's get right into it. So on this opening rotation, we are going to have 5 out of 7 links, so pretty good right there. We've got double support, so in terms of the support, we're looking really good. And we are at 189k defense, so kind of what I was talking about with the low defensive stat, because for start of turn, that is horrible. That is very low. But we do get 50% attack and defense when we perform a super, and then we also get 50% attack and defense when we receive an attack, which unfortunately, just with the way the attacks are spread out right here, we're not going to have that extra 50% attack and defense buff. So this is just going to be his attack stat, just without that extra 50%. Alright. Yeah, that's alright. What was that, 4.6? I mean, we do have a guaranteed crit. So definitely that is very useful. If you're getting additionals with him too, then his damage can look really impressive. Because then you have both supers, which are both guaranteed crits. And of course, that's just really useful. But I guess one thing to keep in mind is this guy does not get any attack and defense on his super attack effect. So additionals aren't really going to be benefiting him in terms of, like, you know, defense on super. But it's not like you're going to build him full crits because he has guaranteed crits anyway. So I guess additionals and dodge is probably going to be the best way to build him. Now, okay, what I'll do is I'll float the Goten off rotation so then he can get on the same rotation as the Vegeta, because the Goten does support the Vegeta for 40% attack and defense. So definitely just make the Vegeta look a lot better. But yeah, I think the fact that he doesn't get any attack and defense on super is pretty bad. I mean, he does get the 50% from his passive, but still, I feel like defense on super would have made him a lot better, because then, you know, you get the 30% there, you get the 50% from your actual passive, and then you get any additionals, that'll raise your defense a lot as well. But unfortunately, no defense there. It's just the guaranteed crit. That's the only thing he's doing in terms of his super attack effect, which is good, right? I mean, I've already talked about that. I don't want to undermine it. The guaranteed crit's going to make it to where even type disadvantage, you definitely can do a lot of damage. But I don't know, you know, damage just really isn't as important now. I think defense is just, it's the one thing you really want to make sure a unit has. Because if a unit's lacking in damage, but good defensively, you could still bring them in events, right? And they'll still be useful. But if they're lacking in defense but have a lot of damage, they're going to be kind of just wonky to use, right? But anyway, on this rotation right here, we are going to have 6 out of 7 links. So actually, a good thing about this guy is the new banner unit Vegeta, the one that came out during Sand Day. He works really well with the STR Super Vegeta, because obviously once the Vegeta gets the 3 attacks in, he supports the other Vegeta, and then also, I mean, he's just really good defensively. So this is a pretty solid rotation, other than how Super Vegeta isn't really the best defensively, but in this scenario right here, it's a pretty solid rotation. So we are at 161k defense. Yeah, just not really the best, but after we receive this attack, because we are going to get the extra 50% attack and defense, because obviously we're receiving an attack first before we super. So then after that, that's 50%, and then we get 50% right here. So then our defense is at, what, like 500k? I think a little bit lower than 500k, so like 450k defense. I mean, that's alright, I guess. Defensively, that's really not that good. But in Super Battle Road, obviously because you have the just guaranteed stun, you can make some use out of that, because then maybe if you're only taking attacks from one enemy, obviously you stun them, and then you don't really have to worry about this guy's defense. But that's only in Super Battle Road, because of course bring this guy versus, I don't know, Cell Max. You can't stun Cell Max. So defensively, you know, he's just not really going to be looking that good. So it really just all depends where you bring him. But, you know, I think maybe if there's difficult events, like maybe a red zone stage that comes out where you can stun, this guy will be very useful because it's a guaranteed stun, right? But for now, it's just not really the best for him. He does have this active skill, which actually we can pop right here, which does make him very good offensively. he gives himself an extra 50% attack buff and then 5 ki. But I don't really think this guy's going to be struggling for ki anyway. But still, I guess, it's good to mention. So let me make sure I have the skip off, and then we can go ahead and play this. Because this animation does look pretty good, right? Super Vegeta. So let's go ahead and play the active. Alright, so as I mentioned, we got a 50% attack buff, and then we also gave ourselves 5 ki. And right here, we're going to have 6 out of 7 links. We're going to have the support from the Goten. We don't have the support from the Vegeta yet. But I do want to keep him in slot 1 so we can get that extra 50% attack buff. So we have 50% attack and defense from this first attack we're about to take. We have 50% attack from our active skill. And then we're going to get 50% attack and defense when performing a super. So we got a lot of attack and defense going on right here. Our attack stat is going to be really crazy. I mean, I can tell you before you even see it. Yeah, 10.6. So 10.6 just by itself is pretty good, but 10.6 with a guaranteed crit, that's crazy. 8.2 million damage. Yeah, I mean, his damage, it really can look good. I don't want to undermine that at all. I mean, with the guaranteed crits, with the active skill and everything, it can start to look really impressive, but I just think defensively, he's just lacking. Now, the active skill actually isn't really the hardest. It can be kind of difficult. But if you're facing an enemy whose name includes Cell, then it'll be really easy to get because you just need to take 1 attack. But I know that's not really the most common thing, so you won't get it, like that frequently. But the other condition is that you have to be 50%, or you have to be above 50% HP starting from the 5th turn from start of battle. And then that's it. So, turn 5 is a little harsh, but being above 50% HP, I don't really think is difficult at all. I think that'll be pretty easy to get. So, not the worst condition. I mean, as you can see, we just got it right here. So, you'll see it every now and then. But it's not necessarily something that you could just kind of rely on to get without really trying. I mean, you're going to want to make sure you don't take that much damage and all that. But, okay, right here, we are going to be looking pretty good. We don't have any support. So, we're at 138k defense. Not really the greatest. That's because, we're not receiving an attack before we actually get our super attack off. So our attack stat is going to be just a little bit lower right here. Yeah, I mean, 4.5. I mean, still pretty all right with the guaranteed crit, right? I mean, that's some solid damage just because the guaranteed crit. But you'll notice a big drop off in terms of his damage and even his defense if you're not receiving that attack. Because it's a pretty big deal, right? This guy doesn't really got that much going on for him defensively. He only has the 50% on super. And then he has the 50% when you receive an attack. So those two things you are really going to want to, prioritize and make sure he receives the attack and then does the super attack. So then defensively, you can look as good as possible. But that's the issue with him is even then, in his prime situation, you're only pushing like 500k defense. And that's not really all that crazy. I mean, 500k defense in his best situation, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it, right? Because he's got no guard, damage reduction, dodge, anything like that. So defensively, he's just really, really lacking. But all right, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and nuke with him on this next rotation, as long as we're receiving an attack before we super, because I want to make sure, our attack stat looks pretty. So as long as we got a good, spread of attacks, we'll nuke with him on the next rotation, and then we'll probably cut to the Metal Cooler Core fight. Because I feel like he could do some really good damage in there. Not I feel like, he can do some really good damage there. I could already tell you with the guaranteed crits, and he has type advantage. But I'm kind of curious how good he's going to tank. I mean, I know he's not going to take, double digits. But I'd still like to see how much he's going to take from it. Or from, supers and normals and stuff like that. So, alright, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and change the key spheres to the STR ones. We do have support from the banner unit Vegeta now. So, we're looking really good. We got support. We're going to have majority of our links active. We're going to get 17 key spheres. So we're going to be looking really good there. And we're receiving an attack before we super. So it's all just kind of working out for us right here. And start of turn, we're at 138k defense. Yeah, just as I've said, 30 times in the video already. Defensively, just not really all there. So, alright, how much damage are we doing right here? We took 38k from a normal. That was kind of a lot. But alright, yeah. That was a good attack stat. We have a guaranteed crit. How much damage is this going to do? 8.7. We just barely didn't one-shot. Well, no, we got the additional for over 13 million. Yeah, dude, his damage is quite good. And, you will probably get additionals with this guy pretty frequently. because you should be building him, full additionals or additionals and dodge, because he just has the guaranteed crit. So giving him crit, I don't think would benefit him at all. I don't think it would actually do anything for him, which sucks because he's STR, so he has the base 5 crit. So that does kind of affect him, right? It's just less dodge or additionals that you could get with him. But all right, with all that shown, let's go ahead and cut to the red zone test. All right, so we're here fighting Metal Cooler Core, and we do have him with the banner unit Vegeta once again. So we are going to have 6 out of 7 links. We do have the support from him. He did receive the 3 attacks. And start of turn, we are at 159k defense. So I'm pretty sure we're about to get destroyed with all these attacks we're taking. But actually, let me pop a Sensu Bean so then the seal goes away. And then we do get the 50% attacking defense from performing a super. I guess I could do the active, because why not? I mean, we might as well pop this, just get an extra attack buff. It's not like he's going to kill anyway, so we'll still see how he's going to tank this the super after we get our super attack off. So long as we don't die before we actually even get to see the Metal Cooler Core super us, because these normals right here could easily kill us. Okay, 117. Okay, so we're not dead. So 75k after we got the extra 50% attack and defense. We do a 10.5. Dude, 10.5. His damage, it's just so good. Guaranteed crit. Yeah, we did like 2 health bars right there. So very good there. But keep in mind, we got our active skill. We got a bunch of support. A lot of links active. 583k. Wait a minute. That's not horrible. We could have survived that if we were at full health. All right. You know what? I'll take that. That wasn't that bad. Keep in mind, we had a pretty good team from, though. We are under a 200%, obviously, because the Goku and Gohan do provide that as well. And also, we do have the support memory active that gives him an additional 15% attack and defense. So that was a really good situation for him. But still pretty impressive. I mean, we didn't take... Well, we died. We still took a lot of damage, but we didn't take as much as I thought. So with all that shown, let's go ahead and cut to the unit breakdown. All right, here we have Tenacious Secret Plan Super Vegeta. So starting off with his leader skill, it is Mastered Evolution or Pure Sans, category Ki +3, HP plus 130%, and then attack and defense plus 170%. Unfortunately, because he only gives HP 130%, this isn't the best lead, even though, Mastered Evolution and Pure Sans definitely is a good combination of categories. But just because this 130% HP right here, it makes this leader skill kind of unusable. But maybe if you're newer to the game or free to play or something like that, in some events, you'll still be able to use this. But taking this in like Red Zone, you're going to need that extra 70% HP, because obviously 200% leader skills are a thing now. So not the best lead, but he released right before the 200% meta, so makes sense. And his super attack effect is that he causes immense damage and then performs a guaranteed crit. So pretty solid. The guaranteed crit definitely is very useful, but no attack and defense does kind of affect him. And then his passive is that he gets attack and defense plus 150%. He gets an additional attack and defense plus 50% on super. And then he gets an additional 50% attack and defense after you receive an attack. And then he gets the guaranteed stun once you perform a super. So definitely very good there. And then the active is the condition is that it can be activated when HP is 50% or more, starting from the 5th turn from start of battle, or after the character receives 1 attack when there's an enemy whose name includes Cell. Obviously, this is a little reference to how, he took the 1 attack from Cell before he let him transform into Perfect. So I like how they did that. Just little things that make it align with the anime. So pretty cool there. And then the active is that you get 5 Ki and then 50% attack for 1 turn. So pretty solid active skill. As you saw twice in the video, once you pop the active skill, you're pushing like a 10 million attack stat with this too. So the damage just starts to get pretty crazy. And then his links are Super Saiyan, Royal Lineage, Prodigies, Saiyan Pride, Golden Warrior, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle. So pretty solid link set considering you're running him with a lot of, other Super Saiyan units or Vegetas. So pretty good there. And then his categories are Mastered Evolution, Pure Sans, Full Power, Vegeta Family, Super Sans, Worthy Rivals, Android/Cell Saga, Rapid Growth, Gifted Warriors, Heavenly Events, and then Power Beyond Super Saiyan. So alright, that is the Dokkan Fest Super Vegeta. Let me know what you guys are thinking of this guy down in the comments. Let me know if you think I was too harsh on him or if you think I went too easy on him. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.